Hey booger eaters, it's Jonesy, and I'm back just like I promised I would be. And it's been a fun 2 days. It really has. Stop squeaking. I wish this thing would stop squeaking. Ridiculous. So I have this friend. Actually, not a friend. Just some voice in my head, you know. It's way easier to say it's a friend to start with, though, because voice in your head equals cuckoo, right? Anyway, this inner voice, real D-bag, you know. I don't want to get too vulgar on here, but just a real piece of work, just a real pain in the butt. You know what I mean? He's a version of me, though, that likes smoking cigarettes. Yeah. Those are bad for you! Ah! We know, lady. We get it. We know. We saw the same videos. We're all on the same page. We know smoking is bad and cigarettes are bad. We know that. We're there. We've all come to grips. Anyway, so I'm through a couple of weeks without a cigarette right now. Feel pretty good about that. Well, I've had a couple through those couple of weeks. 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, somewhere in there. I've had some here or there. I've bummed a couple, and but for nearly 3 weeks, I'm completely off of them. And feels pretty good. I do have this sweet vape thing, though, you know? Thanks, Skip. This jerk, this inner voice here in my head, he pops up every day that I'm not smoking. Pops up every day trying to coax me into getting out there and buying some smokes. Which is like what I like to call cigarettes, because I'm cool. And then after I buy these smokes, then I smoke these smokes. And that's what we don't want, right? Plus smoking's expensive. I mean, it's insane. I live in Illinois. Taxes on everything are enormous, but smoking cigarettes, crazy expensive. And now a dramatic retelling of what a conversation with the inner smoking voice in my head is like. Dude, leave me alone. I'm trying to record a sweet vlog here. Vlog. Nah, look here, man. Record your video, and then we'll go out on the porch and smoke. You'll need a break eventually anyway. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. No. Come on, look. You've had a crappy day. Let's go blow off some steam. It'll be great. No. Hey, man. Congrats on nailing that backflip today. That was totes crush. No. What? It was vital, man. Yeah. For reals. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. You know what we should do since you nailed that backflip? We should go smoke. I think you're right. I think we should. Let's do that. No! And then I've given in to the temptation and I've lost to the inner voice. And that guy, see, it's madness. It's madness. I'm telling you. It's a train wreck up here. Total train wreck. And he's wrong. That inner voice, that jerk. But man, aside from being an absolute heinous speaker, he sells wrong as a good idea very well. So I wake up every day, ready to fight this butt, looking for that perfect confluence of will, determination, and focus to pummel him with, and then I slog on and go about my day. I think I'm getting better at it. You know, I don't want to be too congratulatory yet because, you know, it's only been a few weeks. And I've done this before. Quit for 2 years once. And it's hard, you know. Addiction's hard. And I know it's the tiny, lame addiction that if you call it an addiction, like hardcore addicts make fun of you and throw stuff at you and push you downstairs and stuff. And I understand that. And that's okay. I'm okay calling my baby addiction tough for me, because it is hard for me. I'm sure it's hard for a lot of other people too. Every day that goes by that I do not succumb to my inner jerk's sweet overtures is a day that weakens him and makes me freer. And the freer I get, the healthier I get, and the more focused I get. Totes Crush. So today is day 2 of NaNoWriMo, and I just thought I'd check in with you guys, kind of update you on my progress, maybe ask you guys how you're doing, give you a little pep talk if you need it. Day 2 you usually don't, but you know, it's still hard. So, how's it going? Good? Huh? Yeah, me too. Me too. It's going well for me too. I'm through about 3 scenes, and I'm at about 3,460 words so far. Which sets me a little bit over pace for 50,000 words. My mornings have gone really well. That's when I do the majority of my writing, is first thing in the morning. I get up at 5 a.m., so, you know, you guys probably don't think I'm nuts for that, but that's an old habit that I've just kind of stayed with. Just during the week. On the weekends, I sleep in, you know, till like 6 or 7. It's awful getting old. I've managed most of that writing by doing 20-minute sprints, and then after the 20 minutes I take a 5-minute break, go get a refill on coffee, you know, surf the internet a little bit, look a couple things up that I might need to know for the next sprint I'm going to write, everything like that. So that works pretty good. It's sort of a Pomodoro technique. I'm not sure if you know what a Pomodoro, I can't pronounce things, so whatever. I'm not sure if you've ever read about that. I'll put a link down below. It's you know, remember the kitchen timers, the little tomato kitchen timers? You'd spin them like this. And, no? People that age don't watch YouTube? Yeah, you're right. So, I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. Just look it up. Okay? There's a Wikipedia entry, I'm sure. Anyway, so the idea of that technique is you do these 25-minute sprints, and then when it's over, you take a 5-minute break, and you can do focused tasks for 25 minutes, and then take a break, come back to your task. It's supposed to boost your productivity, and it works well for me. It may not work for you. It doesn't work for everybody, I'm sure, but for me, it's a good one. But I trim it down to 20 minutes because that works best for me, because that's about all my attention span can handle. Because shiny things happen all around me all the time, you know, like squirrels running by the window. So 20 minutes is about all I can handle. As I alluded to before the start, the bigger difference between last year and this year is that I have written scene synopsis. Therefore, I sit down, I inject sweet, delicious coffee directly into the webbing of my toes because I don't want to leave track marks. Black coffee too, no sugar. And then once my eyes are open, I turn off all of the distractions and I start making sweet, sweet word soup. Word soup. And right there is the lingering threat. I only have a few of these synopsisized cis written out. And I think I'm up to 6 right now. Okay? And I've written 3 of them. So I need to start planning out some more scenes, don't I? Otherwise, I'm going to catch up to myself, and that's when I start getting backed up. When I have to build all this stuff on the fly and I haven't planned it out. Especially when you're doing sprints, it's real important to, for me, it's been real important to have a scene planned out, sit down, do your sprint, and then you can always come back to that same idea, and you can have guided writing while you're on your sprint. The danger this weekend is that I could catch up to the stuff I have planned easily without planning more stuff out. So I really got to focus the next 2 to 3 days on putting these synopses together. But tonight, the Cubs and the Chicago Cubs and the Cleveland Indians play in the World Series, Game 7. One of those two beleaguered franchises is going to win the World Series, so there's a pretty good chance that the world ends tonight or tomorrow. So there's no sense in writing them tonight. I guess I'll just put off these synopses off until tomorrow. Nothing like procrastination. So anyway, I hope for all of you that the writing is going well and that NaNoWriMo is treating you right. It's only 2 days. The tough stuff's still yet to come, but you know what? When taking those 2 first steps off the ledge, or no, you stay on the ledge. Let's stay on the ledge. Taking the 2 first steps, those are big first steps. This is what's telling you that you can sit down and you can write every day. It's good. It's good. Just a couple of things before I get out of here. My friend and my writing bestie, my buddy Fuzz. Fuzz released a novella yesterday. You should look into it because it's pretty rad. Here's a brief synopsis. I'm going to read some of this, so forgive me. Every Halloween for the last 6 years in the idyllic town of Autumnville, a killer has been taking his prey with impunity. This year, 4 kids fight back against the killer and discover their humble hometown has secrets far deeper than anything they ever imagined. Happy Halloween from Autumnville. This is the second book that Fuzz has written. You know, the first one was a full-length novel. This is a novella. And we're proud of him around these parts. He hates hearing that. It'll be funny to hear what he has to say about me saying I'm proud of him. But I am proud of him. And did I mention that the books are rad? Because they're rad. Rad. The links to look at those on Amazon are all below here in the description. So check those out if that's the kind of thing you're into. If you like my videos, please give me a like. It helps. It helps a lot. It helps us see what we're doing is working. You can also subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. And so that you never miss one. I like to do that for a lot of the stuff that I watch regularly. It's kind of nice. I'm sure you guys all know how that works, though. I don't need to tell you. Sorry. I'm not your dad. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at GoGoJonesy. You can also find me on Instagram, GoGoJonesy. I post some pictures of my kids and stuff there, but sometimes some other interesting stuff, so check that out if you'd like to. Thanks for all the awesome feedback on the first video. You know, I got feedback on Facebook when I posted it, and I got feedback here on YouTube, and that helped a lot this time around. It made it easier to film and post this one. I really appreciate it. I was a little bit terrified of the last one, just throwing myself out there and being creative, and I got a lot of good feedback, so I really appreciate that. With that, I'll say thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, Internet.